Hello, this is Nicole with Know It's Crochet, and today I am sitting in the sunroom for the RV complex that we've been staying at for the last few weeks, couple months, a long time. And we're getting ready to hit the road to head back home. And I went through my yarn stash and I thought, okay, of all the things that I brought, what do I really want to focus on for these last 17 days of the road trip? Because I just finished a project and now it's time to kind of start something new, but it needs to be something that is road trippable. So I did find my leftover stash of yarn miscellaneous that I thought I was going to do a bunch of, mystery yarn things. And I ended up doing one, so I've got all of this stuff in here. And what I want to do is I've got my trusty scale here. I'm going to weigh what I have in here and we're going to see how much I can make in the next 17 days on the road. How much of this bag can I use up? So we got to start first with weighing it, right? And I did bring my scale on the road. Okay, I'm gonna move this over. So let's weigh this and see how much yarn is in here, and then figure out how much of it we're gonna get used up. Okay, so I've got my scale. I can't quite read it. Hold on. Oh, darn it. Okay. See if I can get this whole thing on here with being able to read it. Okay, so we have 943 grams. 943 grams in here. So we're going to see how much of this we can use up. Don't know what we're going to make, but I will for sure do a summary afterwards if I don't get a lot of footage along the way. Let's see how it goes. So project number one, I have a few random balls, and I'll probably keep adding to it. I just decided to go ahead and do the scrap basket. So it's a really simple make, and it uses up a lot of yarn because you are using multiple strands at once, and it doesn't matter what the colors are. I mean, I'm trying to kind of come up with color themes that are somewhat aesthetically pleasing because I'm not kind of that scrappy, like random, just colors thrown together kind of person. So I am definitely looking to find colors that are interesting together and complement each other in a nice way. So that's project number one. This is not going to be a big basket. I'm actually doing more of like a lower kind of basket, and I have a little plastic that I'm going to put in it to kind of give it a little bit more stability, but this will cover it to make it more pretty. So that's what I'm doing to get started. And while I'm working on it, I am going to watch a little Tashi at home. Okay, it's day two, and I finished my first scrap busting project, this adorable little scrap bag, and I used the Bamboo Heather from Lion Brand. I think it's Lion Brand. And I used some of this mystery. I have no idea what this yarn is. I inherited it, no clue. And then this is some of the chroma fingering from Knit Picks. So this is all I have left of those 3 skeins. These 2 are less than 10 grams, so I'm going to call those and say they're good to go. This one is going to go back in the scrap bag so I can use it for something else. But let's see how much this weighs. So I have my trusty little scale here. We're going to turn that on and set it to grams. Put the scrap in there because that's gone, considered. And that is 151 grams down. Holy moly, and that's just day 2. Oh, okay. So that was a good scrap busting project. Now, I have idea for the next one, but I'm going to work on it and I will get back to you. It is day 10, I think. We will make sure that we put numbers somewhere because, you know, when you're traveling, it's hard to keep track. And I do apologize if there is some construction noise. I can't help that, but I did want to get this quick update in as far as how we're doing. So what do you think? You like that? I think it's adorable. I may have to keep that. You know what? I've never been a flowery girl before, but I'm kind of digging on that. And that did inspire me, so I made a few more. So I used up the rest of the red here, so that's all that I've got left, so that is officially done. And then I pulled out, if you remember, well, let me go this one first. I was going to do this one, and I thought I have that denim jacket insert photo that I did the sleeves, and I thought, oh, well, this would be really cute to add to that. This is a little big and chunky, though, so I'm like, well, maybe not, but I'll go ahead and keep it anyway. And then I decided I was going to make this cell phone case, and love this. I think it turned out great, but I had to add a little extra bling, so I also made the flower to go along with it. I tried this one first, and it was too big. Yeah, it's going to stick out and get away. I was hoping to be able to fit some credit cards in there, but it's a little bit too small. I would not feel safe doing that, so I'll probably just tack that down and use it as is. Or maybe I'll give it as a gift with whoever buys that denim jacket. And then I had a little bit left of that yarn, so I decided, and this obviously I have to finish at home, made a wind spinner. And yeah, obviously, I don't know, maybe not obviously. I say obviously, it's not obvious to everybody, but this has to be, you know, tweaked to make sure that the bends are going where they're supposed to go. And I think I just got bit by a mosquito because, you know, I'm in Tennessee where mosquitoes live. I'm not in Arizona where we don't have hardly any mosquitoes. So I am going to start making a bunch of these and hang them from my tree at home because I'm okay if they get yucky or faded or whatever. It's just using up some scrap yarn, and I think having a bunch of these in my tree is going to be so cute. So I used up, that's all I got left of that yarn. Totally crushed those 2 little leftovers, and that uses up another, I think, 140 grams. I think that's what it was. It's 140 grams. 140. So I think I'm right around 300 grams used up so far, and I have 8 days left. And if you caught that extra little me working on some of this stuff, I think it was the wind spinner I was working on. I was on a train ride when I was doing that. That was super exciting. So that was in the Hiawassee, Tennessee River Valley area. And we got to ride on this train car that was from like the 1940s, and it was still decorated as if it was in the 1940s. So it felt very nostalgic and it was totally cool. Absolutely loved it. So much fun. That's just one of the fun things I get to do when I'm out here on the road. So we will see you in 4 or 5 days if I don't do a quick check-in in between. Now, that being said, the next 4 days are going to be just straight drive days, like 6-hour drive days. And if you know anything about RVing, 6 hours is a lot for a drive day. So I'm going to focus on doing my granny squares on those drive days and maybe work on some scrap busting in the evening if I have any energy left. And we'll see whether or not I get to check in. If not, I will see you in 4 or 5 days with a check-in at that point. We have 1 day left. So 2 nights, 1 day, and then we head home. That's it. So I am almost done with this stash busting challenge, and it's been a few days, so I thought I'd give you an update and let you know where I am with what I've got. Now, I didn't weigh everything this time. I will do a wrap up once I am home and solid to give you the whole totals and numbers and everything like that. But I mean, I couldn't not give you a review from right here, right? I mean, this is gorgeous. We are currently in Dolores, a little north of Dolores, Colorado, and it's gorgeous here. The weather's perfect. Finally, we've gotten some nice weather. So let's see what we've accomplished in the last few days since the last update. Okay. Well, we have another flower. Easy peasy. Isn't this really pretty yarn? This is from Darn Good Yarns, and this is one of their hand-dyed colorways. I don't remember which one it is. They do a colorway for 1 month, and then once they run out, it's gone. But that's really pretty. I also did a wind spinner with that yarn. I have decided I am going to get home and I'm going to add some little trinkets to these. This one's not formed. They're probably not all formed to the bottom. And then I'm going to hang them in my trees because, well, tree, singular. I don't have a lot of trees. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. And just have some pretty, little decorative wind spinners. So I also did this wind spinner, which is a thinner weight yarn. This was the worsted. This is a DK, maybe a sport weight. So we've got that one. Then I started this cute little phone holder, and I didn't do straps on this one. I think I'm going to get a ribbon or something to do a strap because this yarn is really, really stretchy, and I didn't want an over-the-shoulder strap that was going to just keep growing and growing and growing. So this is just scrap yarn that I had. I have no idea. I'm sure it's totally discontinued. It's quite an interesting yarn, though. I don't know if you can see, there's like little thicker areas in it that kind of give some fun detail to that. So that's kind of neat. Then I made 2 flowers like this, only using the same colors here. And I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to make another cactus. So this is the one that I am currently working on. This is going to be the bottom of it, and then it's going to go in there like that. So I'm not done with this one yet. I think in the next day and a half, I should be able to totally finish this up. And that's what I will have. I don't think I'm going to get to much more than that. And when I get home, I will weigh it all up and give you the final totals. And yeah, we get to go on with it. So this has been a fun little project because it's really challenged me on what I was working on and what I was going to do. It also gave me some little things to finish up the trip because I know that I have a test project that I will be starting as soon as I get back to Phoenix. I need the yarn from that's in Phoenix to start that, so I couldn't start sooner. That's what I got. I will see you on the flip side back at home. I am back. Wow, 3 months on the road. That's a long time. Even for me who has done it many times, like I wasn't looking forward to getting back to the 112-degree heat, but I like my space. I like being able to have some structure in my day, and so I am so excited about things to come. But let's talk about all the stuff that I finished on that last push to get home. So this goes from the time that I left Fayetteville through when I arrived here in Phoenix. Now there were a few excursions, like we stopped in Asheville, we stopped in Pigeon Forge, and we stopped near Durango, Colorado, near Dolores, Colorado, for at least a few days in each of those stops, which meant I was busy doing some things, but I still found a little bit of time to crochet. And in addition to that, gosh, some of those roads, especially once you get kind of west on the I-40, is so bumpy. And then coming from Colorado through the reservation, it is so wavy and bumpy that you cannot do any crochet during that period of time. So there were parts that even on the road, I wasn't able to crochet. And there were days that I was just too tired. All in all, I think I did pretty good, and I am totally not going to remember any of the numbers, so I'm going to count on the numbers being put up over here for us. But let's talk about what we did. Okay, so I did a lot of spinners because those were super easy, and I am actually going to hang all of these from my tree in my backyard. So here's one of them. This uses, these are all just scrap yarns from leftover projects that I had. So there's one of them. I should have another bag. Anyway, here is another one, and I've already added the hook and little dangly on the bottom of that. This is a thinner yarn. I definitely probably wouldn't do a thinner yarn on these, or maybe, kind of adjust. Let's see. I also have this one, which all of these need to be fixed on the twisting, obviously, but this uses the Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, and it is like Dakota or something like that. It's really pretty. I used it to make one of my denim jacket sleeves. That's still available, by the way, if you want to purchase that. It is in the shop. And then oh yes, and I made this one. Oops, not that one. This one. So those are the four wind spinners that I made. Then I also made a bunch of little flowers. And yes, so I've got some flowers, and don't know what I'll do with those. I might make the corsages, who knows. I also made a bandana. Oops, some scrap yarn on there. This is a little thick. I might use it on my dog as kind of a bandana because it doesn't have a lot of flow to it. So while I really like the design of it, I like something that's a little bit thinner, a little bit more flowy to it. I made the super cute little cell phone holder with that. I love this cotton. I love this yarn. And it fits my cell phone. Have that pocket in there. I probably won't use it for what I planned on using it for, to hold like credit cards and stuff. It's just not big enough, but it's cute nonetheless. Then I also made this one. I don't have a strap on this one because this yarn is so much more stretchy. I wanted to do a less stretchy strap on it. So that's a little bit of a kind of a work in progress. And then finally, I made this adorable little cactus. So this is version 2. I made another one on the road trip, and this one I just wanted to use up some of that scrap yarn. So there you go. So let's weigh these and see how much we have. Oops, I need to put this on first so that I tear it out. Okay, so let's weigh this. Now, there's some little things that add to a little bit of the smidge of the weight, but it should be pretty darn close. Okay, so there's all that, and it looks like 412 grams. 412 grams in here. Now, here's what I have left. Now, I'm going to put up here what that original number was because I don't remember. I know it was in like 900 something. So this should be around 400 something if it's correct. So let's see. What? Oh, re-tear it. 430 grams. So, I mean, I don't know if that math is going to math correctly from the first time to the last time because there's little miscellaneous scraps and, I don't know, all kinds of stuff, but it should be pretty close. I used up almost half of the scrap bag that I took with me. That's pretty darn amazing. If you include the other cactus that I made that actually came out of that scrap bag, I did more than half. So, I mean, that's a pretty good win. I think I did pretty good. So you tell me, out of all of these, which one did you like the best? Which one would you be like, oh, I would totally have that in my home or use that or whatever? And which one, be honest, which one did you think was like totally like, really? Yeah, I wouldn't be talking about that on YouTube, Nicole. I can take it. No worries. So I am going to go hang all of these up, but it's probably not going to be today because it's hot out. Like 105 degrees at the moment. Yeah, that warm. So I will hang them up if I ever get around to hanging them up at some point in the future because I have so much to do now that I'm back home. I'll send you a picture in the community group on YouTube so that you can check that out. Thanks so much. I can't wait to hear what you thought of this stash down journey, and we will talk to you soon.